Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will get familiar with the Axapta family, the history of Axapta. Initially Axapta was developed in collaboration with IBM and a Danish company called Damgard Data, and it's named as IBM Axapta. IBM took over its right, and later Damgard, in collaboration with Navision, they made Navision AS. In 2002, Microsoft taken over the company and they named us Axapta. The different versions of Axapta starts with Axapta 3, Axapta 4, Axapta 5, that is called AX 2009, Axapta 6, that is called AX 2012, and AX7, the latest cloud version, is called 365 for finance and operations. This is actually a cloud version. There are concepts like on-premises implementations as well as cloud implementations. Till 2009, everything was on a three-tier architecture with a file system. So there is an application server, there is a database server, there is an AOS server in between. Whatever the developments we are doing, the objects are deployed on the application server. Since 2012, the concept is a little changed. They introduced a model concept, and the models are get stored within the database itself. So whatever development you are doing, it is exported into an XPF files, and through the client machine you are deploying these models in the production servers. These models get stored within a model store database. So there is a thin client comes in between, and an application's AOS server and a database server, that is the model store database. Other than model store database, there is another two more databases. One is for baseline model store and the Microsoft AX database, which stores the user driven data. This is actually the architecture. There is a database tier, there is an application tier, and a presentation tier. In a three-tier architecture, these are the main components. So there can be multiple AOS servers comes in between that can be clustered or non-clustered with a load balancer or without a load balancer as well. The standard installation of Microsoft Dynamics contains 3 databases. At the time of installation, prior to the installation, we have to install SQL Server Ready. It can be 2012 or 2014. And at the time of installation of Axapta, it will ask for the connectivity to the database. Once the installation is complete, we can see in the database there is 3 databases. One is Microsoft Dynamics AX, which contains the data used in Dynamics AX, and Microsoft AX model, it contains all the application element inside Microsoft Dynamics AX, and Dynamics AX baseline data stores the model store that is used to upgrade X++ code to Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012. Other than these 3 databases, for the full functioning of the system, we need to have at least one more database that is called a reporting database. That is comes along with the SQL Server installation. At the type of SQL Server installation, we can install reporting services, and after installation we have to configure the reporting services. Once we configure the reporting services, there is one more database is two more databases get created. One is the reporting server and report server TempDB. So the full complete installation of Axapta 2012 contains 5 databases, that is Microsoft Dynamics AX, AX Model, Baseline, Report Server, and Report Server TempDB. Then there comes application tier. In Dynamics AX 2012, AOS, Report Server Extensions, Workflow, Application Interface Framework, all considered to be application tier. AF is mainly for data transferring between external services. Now the AF concept is replaced with CDS in Dynamics 365. AOS is responsible for communication between client and database. So there is no direct connection between the client and database. The client connects to the AOS. AOS gives the request came from the client to the database. Database gives back the response what the client has requested, and the AOS gives back the response to the client. That is how the communication happens. There is no direct connectivity. Services also deployed on AOS, or external application can communicate with the AOS. In Dynamics AX 2012, application business logics resides at the AOS. So whatever the business logic, that means whatever the programs, the objects we developed, that is actually in the AOS. Workflow, this allows the user to create and automate some workflow activities. Reporting and analytical services. Reporting is using SSRS. I already described. SSRS means SQL Server Reporting Services, that comes along with the SQL Server. So for all the most of the reports previously was written in Mofix. In 2012 onwards, they migrated most of the report to SSRS reports, and further development is also on SSRS. So we should be familiar with SSRS before moving into 365. And analytical services, that is for OLAP kind of applications. So for creating dashboards and for analytical purposes we are using. It is not necessary to configure SSAS, or that means analytical services, in 2012 if you are using analytic OLAP kind of integrations. AF also I specify, it's an integration framework that is used to communicate external and internal systems. So once we install the SQL Server and the reporting services, you can see these kind of services which are running on the database server, so that you can see the services in the start menu. In the right run option, type services.msc, and there is a presentation tier. It's actually a 2012 client. That's a thin client that is to be installed there in the client machine, and also enterprise portal that's a web kind of application use, and that's called EP, that also we can use to integrate with Accepta, and external application that communicate with the Dynamics AX, all are considered to be a presentation tier. Thank you very much.